Hello, I am here to show you how to make one of these crepe paper flowers. So I've done it a couple of times and want to show you how they turn out. I didn't add leaves to this one, but they turn out kind of like this. Remind me of a flower called a hibiscus. And just out of crepe paper and a tissue Kleenex. So you have in your floral to-go box a short piece of crepe paper. Get that out, please. A longer piece of crepe paper. You have some floral tape. You'll probably need scissors. You might want your bunch cutters for wire cutters. You want your tissue, and you want some wire, a piece of wire. Most of your wire is probably taped, so you can grab one of those taped wires. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your Kleenex and you're going to fold it, if this is helpful or not, fold it into fourths. So take it, lay it out, make it flat, and fold it into fourths, and like that. And then you're going to fold it in two to make a square. So now you have a tissue that looks like this, that's in fourths. It says on your instruction sheet that you want a 2 by 2 square. Well, that's much bigger, so we're gonna take a 2 by 2 square, leaving that folded side because we want that. So just pick up your scissors and estimate what a 2 by 2 square is. So I'm gonna cut one side off, and then I want this 2 by 2 square, and I'm going to end up with something that looks like this, about a 2 by 2 square. Then I'm going to pick up my wire, and I don't have any 18 gauge or 20 gauge handy, so I took a smaller diameter, folded it in two, and I'm going to use that. Then you're going to take your tissue paper, your Kleenex, and you're going to put it halfway up on your tissue, like that. Halfway up on one side, and you're gonna literally roll the tissue around and around the wire. This is the center part of your flower, so you're rolling it around and around until you're done. Looks like that at the top. That's what it looks like in the flower. Then you're going to take your tape and you're going to secure it to, and I've already cut off a piece. Tape sticks to tape. So you want to put it about halfway up, and you're going to wrap it around until you wrap it around and touch the tape. So tape sticks to tape. And then you're gonna pull it and turn it, and you see I'm starting to come down, and pull it, take your time, and twist and pull, and twist and pull, twist and pull, until you're getting it finally down towards the wire. And when you do that, you're gonna tape the rest of this wire down. Again, you probably have one wire that's already taped, and so I just didn't have any. You can use one of those that's already taped and wrapped your tissue around that. I'm just gonna finish this off real quick. Notice how close my tape is to the wire when I'm taping. It's very close, so that I can make a long, smooth twist and pull, twist and pull, twist and pull. And then I get that done, and I can use my scissors and cut off the end of that. So now I have the center of my flower taped on. The next thing it says is to take this short piece of crepe paper, and you're gonna leave about that much of the white showing at the top. So that's about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch. And you're gonna go around in a circle. You're gonna wrap that colored short piece of crepe paper. I don't know what colors yours are, because everyone we just threw in random colors. So mine's yellow, and I just stuck with the yellow and red because I wanted to. And so that's what I had available. So around in a circle, all the way, all the way, all the way. And if it starts going down, that's fine too. And then you get done with that and it looks kind of like that. Okay? So then you pick up your tape again. It's helpful to have some cut off your roll. And now you're gonna go about halfway up, like this. And you're gonna tape that short piece of crepe paper onto the wire. Again, tape sticks to tape. Pull and stretch, pull and stretch, pull, stretch, twist, pull, stretch, twist, pull, stretch, twist. Now I'm not gonna go clear to the bottom because there's no need, and I have that secured onto my wire also. So now I have the center and the next color that you see in this flower. Okay, it doesn't stick out a lot, but it does some. So the next part, let me go back on the other side, is you need to take your other longer piece and you're gonna go about 2 inches down like this, and you're literally going to flop it over and make every 2 inches, you're gonna fold it over like you're rolling it up, but it's flat, it's not in a circle. So you're gonna roll it, keep going over like that, and not back and forth like around in a circle. You're flopping it over, you're keeping about this big of squares, and you're just flopping it over, flopping it over, flopping it over, and then until you get all the way done. So I'm gonna do that, lay it on my demonstration to go bin so you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm literally flopping it over. And it's supposed to be about 2 feet. Mine might be more than that because I didn't measure it all. So you have one shot of doing this correctly because you don't have any extra crepe paper. So hopefully you're paying attention really well at this point. So now you have it all like this. And what I did is it looks like this. It's just folded over. I had a little bit extra on this end. I'm just gonna cut that off because I like even. Now, it says on your instruction sheet, and I'll read that with you. It says start at the top of your, number 6, using scissors, cut a high arch semicircle shape in the folded 2-inch strip from step 5. Okay, note, be careful not to start cutting from the bottom on both sides. If you do that, it's gonna cut everything in two. Trust me, I know because I did that. So you're gonna start here and go to here, but you're gonna make your here to here. So this open end, but you're gonna make like an arched, so it comes out like petals. So you're gonna start here, and it's kind of thick and my scissors are not, I'm not a very good cutter to be honest. And so I'm gonna start here and make a high arch. And see how it is now a semicircle, and when you open it, it has petal shapes. All right, petal shapes. So hopefully you did that and cut it correctly. It took me a few times actually to cut it correctly. Now, you're gonna take your flower. I'm gonna back this up a bit so I can stand more in front of it. And it says to loosely take this ribbon, this crepe paper, and you're gonna bunch it around your flower stem. So like you're gonna go back and forth like this, back and forth like this. So it back and forth, but around your flower. So you don't wanna go, you wanna go up high enough so that you can still see the yellow and white, but not too high. So I'm gonna turn this around because it works better. I'm gonna put this on the back and just hold on to it. And then I'm literally going to bunch it up. And so I'm making my layers of petals, and I'm going to go around my flower, and you kind of have to twist the flower at the same time holding your bunched petals so they don't fall out. There is not any big number of wraps to go around. You're making the petals so they're open, and you're going back and forth and holding it at the bottom so it doesn't get away from you. Back and forth, back and forth. And you know this is kind of flopping all around. I'm just gonna gather that in. I'm making my petals. And it's loose because you don't want the petals to be too tight. And you gotta go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Okay, so when you're done, you're going to have a bunch of petals sticking up around your flowers like that. All right, but now you have to attach all these petals to here. So you should have hopefully some more tape that's already cut. This is really important because you don't want to lose any of that loose paper at the bottom. So you're going to go up above where your fingers are holding all that crepe paper. And again, tape sticks to tape. See how high I am? You're going to pull and twist. Pull and twist. So go around your flower a few times to get the tape to stick. And then you're going to start pulling and twisting as you go down the flower to cover all that crepe paper. To cover all the crepe paper. So you don't have any red or whatever color you're using showing. It should only be green floral tape as you go. Okay, now mine's showing a little bit, but I'm going to show you how I'm going to cover that up. And I'll show you how to fluff this out. You can take a leaf, and the leaf has a wire on the inside and it's smooth on the outside. You want that pretty outside to show, so you're going to put the shiny side next to the flower, and then you're going to tape that leaf on, and I'm going to cover my red that's showing with my next layer of tape because no one wants to see that red tape, and again, our red crepe paper. So I want to cover my mechanics and try to get that to stick. It's not cooperating quite as well as I'd like it to, but we'll get there. Here we go. Now we're good. She says. Okay. Got that covered now, so it's looking better. And then add a flower because we can. Shiny side in so that you can pose the leaf when you're done. And then I'm going to finish that off down here. Rip it off. And then here you want to pose your leaf out so the shiny side is out. And then you want to fluff. You have a lot of layers to fluff, and once you start fluffing, that flower comes more to life. It's looking more like a flower, and you have all those layers. I probably could have left the crepe paper up a little bit more than I did at the top. So I've made 3 of these now, and if you put them all together, they're kind of a nice little bouquet. Okay? So there is a crepe paper flower demonstration.